everyone, you're watching Forex. In this video I'll make technical analysis for the coming week. We'll have a look at main pairs, important levels and possible entry points. So I'll share with you my ideas of trading. We'll start with euro dollar as usual. So at this moment you are looking at a 4-hour chart to see the main picture what happened this week, guys. So finally euro broke this area where I had the buy order, as you know from the previous video, and it didn't make any other movement, so stuck between the levels, as you can see, 1960, 190.91, and decided not to move anywhere. This week going to be not that many news for American dollar, more for actually euro, and so quite possibly that will be helping euro to find the next direction. Okay, so what I'm expecting for right now, we can see that euro is actually in an uptrend, so but it is inside still a downtrend channel, so quite possibly it is a correction of the downtrend, but who knows, right? Because quite easily it might break through and continue the way up, because in the bigger picture this still can end up as a possible bullish flag. And but at this moment, and also on the daily chart, if you notice, we might have a bit of a head and shoulders pattern, so quite possibly it can be creating a shoulder here and then would want to decide to resume the uptrend. So that's a little bit bigger picture, so looking a little bit more the up way, but still before that it needs to make some movement, right? So what I'm going to do here, guys, so as you can see, I'm going to place a buy order from this level, so around here. Of course, again, if the market opens and there will be no jumps, and then I will be placing my buy order, because you see the market can continue the way up. I presume it might have a really nice movement. I mean, okay, next level is about 30 pips, but I presume because it's been already quite a while sitting in this area, it might have a little bit better move and quite possibly reach, well, I don't know, you see we have stuck about 120, doesn't want to break it, but I think if it will start it to move, we might get to 120.50, right? So to our next level, except the top is a little bit higher, the previous top, so it quite easily can reach even, you know, like 121, but it quite possibly the pair will decide to have a little bit more consolidation before it will make it move because of those news are going to be for euro. So that's one of the possibilities if it will continue the way up. Of course, at the same time, I would look into a possible correction of this movement, right? So that little move, and I will be looking to place the orders around here, because if, like, again, if it will have, you see in the smaller chart, if it will have a little bit of consolidation, again, I would presume it might have enough and finally break this bottom if it will decide to go down. So then we'll have a really nice run to back to the previous area, which was breaking around 119.20. Well, if we will have a little bit higher somewhere around, it's I mean in the middle somewhere, it still has plenty of space to go down if I have to, for that little bit of that correction of this little move up. Okay, so that's what's going to be my plan. Of course, like I'm saying, depends what kind of news is going to be afterwards. So this is the first area. The little one is for the first possible entry points, and then we will see if it will go up and start to consolidate on a higher level. So if it will go down, where it's going to stop again and consolidate at which levels, and then I will be looking, of course, at the next possible entry points. So, and of course, I will try to make the videos. I had this week I had videos twice, 2 days, and then I didn't because I didn't see any good entry points, so I didn't make it. So, but if I will do so, there will be hopefully maybe on Monday video or Tuesday video to see what's to look next. And you can of course join my Telegram channel, JanaFX, and you will not miss the news and updates from me. Okay, pound dollar. Expectation was that the pair will continue the way up based on the good COVID news, and that's exactly what happened. I mean, okay, it had, you see, it has very sharp movements, as you can see. So you see, jumped up, then jumped down, and it still pretty much moves between the levels, exactly, right? between the, like you see 137, it's broke, go to 137.50, then back down again, and then broke it and stopped by 138. From 138 it jumped back 37.50, tried to go back to 37 but didn't. It still left us those weeks, which gives an idea that it should go back and actually fill in them. So that's why quite possibly this movement up might not be long enough, I mean, to continue a bigger move, except right now, yes, we do have the tops are broken, the bottoms are high and high, except those weeks. They still one and another one is high, so it still gives an idea that it should continue the way up, and especially if there will be no news for American dollar this week, so it might have an advantage again. The pairs against dollar might have an advantage this week, but we never know. You see, they might give some political news, something else president will say, and it can change the picture. But technically looking at this moment, it's continued the way up, so it's recovering, and now it's broke. So of course what I'm waiting for right now is, I was placing the orders the same, I was showing it in my videos where I was placing the orders, you know where it was, and right now I'm waiting for this. If the market will not open with the jump, so for example, I will not exclude that it might continue the way up to the next level, and then start to a bit of consolidate, and then maybe go for a bit of correction. At the same time, of course, the other opportunity is 138.50 where it stopped, it might go back down. That's what I'm waiting for, the first thing, because we've been seeing that pound have been doing something like that. As you can see, for example, the previous little move. So if the pound will go down, we will see we'll be a little bit higher above the 38 level. Maybe it will go a little bit like given a bit again a bullish flag, so then I will be placing my orders like this. You see, you know, I'm using the EA, so what is good to do, it helps me, obviously I'm placing the level, right, like a buy stop, and this is my level with the buy stop. And so if the pair will start to go down, something like that, right, so, and you know, like a little bit of flux, so then I can place that, and then wherever it will start to break out and continue the way up, so then I can catch the trade. Okay, so that's one of those ones I was showing you in here in my other video, or which I made during the week. But right now there is nothing, so I have to wait, because you see it might break and go higher, or maybe it will just fall straight away, because we've seen pound has been doing this. So if it will fall to this level, then we will see again what it's going to do. Is it going to try to break more, or will start to consolidate straight around this one, or it'll jump back up, and then I would decide what to do next. But this moment I'm just a little bit of waiting and expecting a possible a bit of a pullback first, and then resuming the way up, unless of course there is something else and it might go back inside. So you see, basically my expectation, if pound goes back a little bit, doesn't break further, it might a little bit break, but not breaking this level, let's say, then I would expect it to possibly continue the way up. It might stuck a little bit in the side again, right, to get to this level, and then go all the way down to 37 to cover those weeks. Yes, it might get flat a little bit. I will not exclude that. But if, for example, it will go sharply in here, then of course, you know, something wherever to this level or that level, then I would be more looking towards it's going down. Okay, so more that it's back in here inside, and then continue the way down, maybe to the next, who knows which one possible levels. Okay, it could be 36, still looking to that. So that's my ideas with pound dollar. Now dollar Canadian also had lots of jumps. You see, it jumped up, down, very sharp this week, but I had some good trades with it, and at this moment, well, it kind of like shows us a little bit of the downtrend. At the same time, it's kind of stopped here. See, it's a big time frame. I have this little level, so pretty much I would say if it will not break it, then it will try to go back up. So this would be my possible entry point. So on a bigger time frame, I just want to show you still it could be looking as a possible bullish flag. So breaking out might make it go all the way up, but at the same time easily can continue the way down and give us a double bottom, right? So as usual, you know, we looking at the possibilities, and now I'm going back to the smaller time frame and show you where I will be placing my orders. So pretty much that level, you see, it's been up and down above, breaking it back up again. So right now you see if it will break this level, and I expect it will be going below this bottom, so then I will have enough for it, you see, breaking somewhere, go down further below that, so it's 30 plus pips. So that would be my sell pending order. Again, I will be using the EA, I will be placing the sell order. So like if it's not going to open with the, you know, jumps straight away up or down, so that would be my sell pending order. Of course it's a bit about 20 pips, slightly plus a little bit of the spread, and so that would be sell. And at the same time this would be a possible pending order buy, because once again, if it's decided to go back up, then easily I would presume right now it's had enough of been sitting here before, so, and I would presume it will start to go and try to break that top. Of course it can be stopped by this level, but it's still, you see, around 30 pips, which means I can take my 10 pips and the rest of it put on a trailing stop with the stop in a safe position. So you see it's something like that. If of course it started to move like sharp and something, I would remove this for now, because then this would be the perfect position. Okay, so that area where I will be able to place the buy pending order, you see, then I will just like place one from here and sell from here. It's only if it's going to, you see, from here it will jump and then just sit in here. So that would be a good, because you see we have really good distance to one level and then to another level. And that's my ideas for dollar Canadian. Dollar yen, we do have also downtrend at this moment. You see on a bigger time frame it kind of gives us a possible shoulder head, and well, it's had a quite nice run down, so I would expect a correction, right? So which could end up as a shoulder. You know, yen gives quite good patterns, so that's why at this moment it does look like it. I mean, of course it might end up a bit, I mean, it can end up as a double top, but it's still more looking like a head and shoulders, because this is very low, much lower than the top. Here I can, what possibilities I can expect? First, that it might go a little bit down and then started to give us this shoulder, so correction. And at the same time I expect a possible breakout, false, let's say false breakout, and then coming back and giving us that shoulder. So you see this variation I have. So now we go into the small time frame, you know, the bigger picture. So in here you see I don't have like orders at this moment. I do really like this area in here, which I showed previously, so I would really like for pair to go back in here, because it's a good distance, like I'm saying, to one level and a good distance to another level. So the point is from here, for example, yes, if it will continue the way down, I mean, it's not bad distance, again, about 30 pips to this level, but on a bigger time frame, as you can see, it had a little bit higher stop before, so that's why I consider that this movement could also be something similar, and only go, like, let's say from here, just go a little bit, like from the previous, you see it's less than 30 pips, so that's what kind of worries me, that it might not reach that level. And that's why if it will fall here and started to even like break it out and come back, then I will be placing this as a pending order buy. Okay, so if it will fall and come back underneath, then it will be pending order buy. If it will go down here and start to consolidate, I will still be looking at placing buy orders, okay? Because yes, I will be waiting for a correction, and when I will have a correction, then somewhere, depends where it will go, place in both directions. But if it will go to this area, I will be looking to place both directions orders. As you can see, like I'm saying, it's about 40 pips up and plus 40 something pips down. But this moment I'm a bit worried that it might stop a little bit higher in here. So yeah, that's what that's my ideas for at this moment. Like I'm saying, I don't want to place anything, just want to wait where it will go and then decide what to do. Australian dollar also, for our chart, a bigger time frame, finally broke this area. Also showed you where I was placing my orders. Now you see I moved a little bit of the channel. Let's see on a bigger time frame. You see when I had a little bit different way, it was something like that. I had to change it, so I was using tops, these two bottoms, so it was a little bit lower, and it was looking like a bearish flag. As you can see, guys, how you see one thing and then it can change all the way around. So it was looking like bearish flag, but still ended up breaking up. So that's why I had actually here buy and sell orders, again pending orders at the same time, and then we had a buy. So now I moved using all these bottoms pretty much, and using this top like this, and well, it's plus minus a little bit. We have here, so it's kind of pretty much touching it now, right? So I'm waiting for a bit of correction of this movement, because you see, first it was looking like going up with this little bit of a lot of accumulation. You can't even say what it was, but for, let's say, changing the direction, we need another bottom somewhere, but there is no bottom at this moment. So that's why it quite easily could be just some impulse movement, but still no other one to trying to put it back into a change in the direction mode. Okay, so that's why here I would expect a possible going down. But like I'm saying, this week, who knows, because there will be no major economical news, the pairs might take an advantage and continue the strength against dollar, unless, like I'm saying, something unexpected. So that's why, for example, this would be a nice area if it will start to sit in here, to place the buy pending orders and expect it to continue the way up, and trying to, of course, break in this top and then go to possibly next level, or maybe even trying to break the next top, right, go even higher. But at this moment, that's what it would be looking like. So at the same time, I'm waiting for right now for this moment to go down. I'm not going to place sell order here because it's not a good position, as it can, you see, be stopped by this little channel, this little level, and from here it might resume this movement, because you see it might look like, again, a bullish flag. So that's why if it's not going to jump, I'm going to just place the buy order from that level. If it goes down to here, then I might look at possible placing in both directions, because you see from here, if it's going to be a good distance, it's a 30 pips, and maybe it will try to break even more further down. You see, if it will just stay in something like this, an expectation, like I'm saying, either still giving us a bit of the flag and go back up, or maybe it will be looking more like a double top, I don't know, so need to see, and maybe it will be try to break it a little bit, you know, but this moment it's needs to a little bit more consolidation, like I'm saying, in this area, or breaking out and sitting here, and then placing the orders, because at this moment I don't want to place it. Like I'm saying, it still might jump in the opening of the market, you know, a little bit higher, just like, you know, might give a little bit higher top, breaking it slightly higher, and then come back again. So that's why I'll just be waiting. Of course, you see on this point, if it will actually try to break out and give a little bit top and then come back again, then I would probably look for placing a sell order, because it will be looking like a double top. And of course, as a double top, this is quite a lot of here to break out. If it actually will break out, then it might have a good move again back to this level maybe, or even further into our channel, even maybe even more further, because we're still kind of in this downtrend channel, right? So that's why it's quite easily from here, technically speaking, it can go down quite more, right, to go back to this level, or even trying to break it. But we need some news. I mean, at this moment, this week, you see, it was not as good news. I mean, there were good news actually for dollar, but the market, I think, still reacting on the news which Fed gave, that there will be no thinking about increasing the interest rate until like whatever 20 something, 24, 23. So that's why really good news economical last week didn't help dollar. So who knows this week? You see, it's a little bit of mess on the market. So yeah, pound yen. Well, bigger time frame, stopped at in the channel, right, in a important level area where I was telling you can be both ways, right? It's either would turn around or break it. And even on the 4-hour chart, it was actually looking more, when it was that's what happened this week, right? So it was looking more first like a bearish flag, which was a little bit move, but still inside the channel. and so it started to essentially broke a little bit, like again false breakout, a little weak, and then come back. Well, at this moment it's not breaking out from this flat, so this is a little bit flat, you see, and from that flat position it might again continue the way up or go back. So of course, because of that movement, you see guys, we still have low, and that's also low. There is no other bottom, the higher than that, to make it to put it on returning, right, go back up. So we need, you see, for resuming the uptrend, when you are into these areas, you need to wait for something to trying to go back, right? So it needs to have another, like a little bottom or something. So, and that's what you can get, and then you would expect, okay, if we will have a bottom higher than the previous, then we are changing the direction. So, and because at this moment there is nothing, it's, you can't really say where it will go. And so for example, if you look here, we had, you see, it went up a little bit and then go down a little bit and then started to go back up, and then giving us a little bit of the movement. So at least we had here, you see, a little bottom where it was showing us, okay, it looks like it started to go back up. So this one doesn't give us at this moment anything. So it just, okay, it had a nice jump, so that's why from here it's quite easily, it might even break and then consolidate here and then go back again, and then, you know, continue the way down. So but I mean, yeah, it can just go without anything, but like technically for the better picture from here, I would wait. If it will start to consolidate, then we will see, and I'll place, if it's going to be a flat channel, little, then I will be placing orders both directions, but with a bit of expectation of the first correction. So if it will go a bit like, again, like a little bullish flag, so it will move slowly down, or maybe even sharp down and then go back up, and but this could be my first possible stopping point, right? If it will, let's say, from here will drop here and start to consolidate, and I would expect that possibly it would want to go back up at the same time, so it might go even further down and start maybe still at around this area. You see, I can't say where it would want to stop. We have what? We have 150, well, this moment you see it's 150.30. It could be at exactly 150, right, to come back. And like I'm saying, if it will not break it, then I would expect it possible going up. So that's why this moment, you see, it stopped just moving, and we need just to wait for a little bit of slowing down at some point in either this area or go back to wherever it would want to stop, and then we will see what to do next. Euro pound on a bigger time frame, so it's kind of a little bit flat with slight little bit of up, but at the end of the week it started to fall again. Kind of looks like a bit of a double top, I would say. On the daily chart it's pretty much nothing. It has like a, I mean, it's trying to reject. I again also tried to put it as an uptrend, but we don't have another bottom yet, so that's why I would presume from here it probably would want to give us a bit of a correction, and which will be, we will see if it's going to be, I mean, it's broke a little bit of the previous little top, and but the bottom is still there, so wherever it will start to consolidate and then come back up, or maybe it will be trying to break down further. So I mean, like, though pound is still a bit, should be a bit stronger once again because of the COVID, but maybe now stock markets come down, like I'm saying, and then they accepted it already, possibly. But they're talking about fourth wave again in Europe. It's never ending, isn't it? So yeah, so quite possibly, I'm not trading this pair at this moment, but maybe if it will sit in here, you see, again, it might continue the way up as a really nice 80 pips something, and going down 50 pips. So you see, that's why I would be looking at this area as a possibility, and like I'm saying, either go back up or continue from there, breakout. If it will be given like a little bit of the bullish, a bearish flag, would be quite more stronger for the way down, and then maybe it will stop in here somewhere again above the previous top, and then turn around again and continue the way up. So that could be a possible already a change in the uptrend channel. But again, for this need just a bit of consolidation in this area. If it will just to place the sell order from here, you see it's very close to the next for this level, which could be a stopping point. That's why, for example, I wouldn't go for this trades unless it sits in this area, and then I will be looking at placing my orders. Okay. Gold. Well, gold has, like I'm saying again, I don't know what motivates gold to go up, except like, yes, right now it's reacting on the 10-year bonds, and so they were going down, and so gold was going up. Well, still about the virus vaccine is not certain, except you see if there is anything going to be in the market with the vaccine, good news, gold might drop again. But at this moment, it does look like it's going up. And I was telling it in my video during the week, and where I was telling you I can see gold. I didn't want to place my sell orders. I was more looking towards, I don't remember where it was, but maybe here somewhere, where I was after the first top. Yes, I was telling you that it does look like a quite possible a continuation of this movement up. But first I was saying it will continue up or give us a bit of a bullish flag. It was looking like a bullish flag, except it broke a bit, but was stopped by the previous level and then resumed the uptrend. So that my view was on those news with Johnson & Johnson vaccine, because it was stopped, and you see the gold got the moment. So like I'm saying, this moment, if there will be situation the same, I would presume the gold will continue the way up, but look, there are so many here crossings. I would presume it would be stopped by here, but if it will break it, it could be a very strong move to, you see, 180, and even further I have, I think this is another top, 118.15, and who knows, gold is like that, it might have all the way up to 1850. That's one of the crucial tops, because we have the other two tops, and that I think 1850 could be a limit where I would expect a bigger turnaround. But we're still, you see, it's a corrective move. We're still in a downtrend channel. Okay, so that's why I kind of still think the gold at this moment, it is on the hype with all this news, and it's reacting on these bonds. So too. So what I'm going to do at this moment, so it's not giving me anything again. I mean, like, I need a little bit of more consolidation. If it's not going to jump, I mean, yes, okay, I have this level, so I can place a pending buy order from here. You see, it's a goal like 100 plus pips to go to this the cross of the different levels, which I think is quite a crucial area where I think it's going to find resistance, unless it's just on the hype and then just going to ignore it. But at the same time, once again, I would see maybe it will have a bit of correction, right? And it might go back down a bit to the previous level, except I would still more see not going down as further, but a little bit higher, sit underneath this level. So pretty much, again, if it's not going to have a drop, I probably would look only placing the buy order, because I mean, it might be just a little bit of correction. And then resuming the uptrend. If it's going to fall quite nicely back to this, you see, previous little consolidation, then you see I might expect that it might want to try to break it down. So, and then you see if it will start to consolidate here, then I possibly will be looking at placing the both directions, the orders. So that's possibility, but at this moment, I'm still looking only going towards uptrend. Like I'm saying, if it will open the market with jumps up or down, then of course I will change. The change to the way, if it will jump up there, what it's going to do. If it's going to sit again and create me something, who knows, double top, bearish, bullish. Here it will be more like a bullish flag, or it will give us a triangle or something, right? And so then, yes, that would be next possible entry point. But this moment it's around here, but it's just like not going to place it because the opening of the market. Okay, it might also have a jump and give us a wick and then jump back down. It easily could be something like that. So that's pretty much it. And let's see, what do we have with oil. Just as I was telling you again last week, that was accumulation and getting really narrow. I told you I would be waiting for a breakout point, right? It's that easy. When it gets so narrow, it will jump in the one or another way. And I was telling you that basically looking, we were seeing we're in an uptrend and a downtrend. It's looking like a possible pattern, who knows, and which way, right? It can break out, continue the way up, or go down. You see, that was a perfect entry point, and I pointed it out to you guys, so you could have taken a chance of it. Now what? So you see, it went up here. Of course, from here, opening of the market, it might try to break up, could be stopping again by this. You see, it's uncertainty with oil right now too, and at the same time it might go back down. So what I would wait for, I mean, okay, it's hard, really hard picture here. The technical picture, if here it was more looking like going up to where I was telling you, was we seeing more going up, and then from here more going down. If it will not break this level, then technically I would see it, yes, it will go down and it will break this bottom, and then we'll try to go in further to the next lower, right, to try to break it. At the same time, of course, it can be stopped by that. It's a good distance. It's already went nicely up, and now it can be going down nicely. So of course, for the best for me, I would have waited for consolidation in this area and then placing the orders both directions. The buy order, because then it could be a strong move up, breaking this top, and at the same time sell, because then it could be breakout this bottom. So you see, that's pretty much, that's how I trade, and that's how I look for it. I mean, here is a very small channel. It's a very small, and yes, okay, if you want to go for small trades, for example, you see from here, it could be a little move up, and I wouldn't, well, I don't know, you see here, it's a very tiny area to go back. If it will start to go back down to, you see, this one, that's why I would think would rather wait a little bit longer, like it was here, pretty much. You see, wait, and then break out one or another. I mean, of course, need to see if there will be any news or something going on, but at this moment it's just a little bit, you see, it's in the middle between the top and the bottom. That's why either direction it can peak. Like I'm saying once again, with a little bit not improved situation with the COVID, I would be still looking more from here, try to go back down. At the same time, there is still hope, and maybe it will try to break up, you see. But I would rather wait for consolidation, more consolidation. See, wait for the good moment. This was a good moment. I told you about it. You could have go for it. In this moment, I would rather wait for it. I mean, if it will jump up a little bit higher, then of course you will see where it's going to stop, if it will stop by this level. But this would be my first area to look for as next possibility, but just a little bit longer for consolidation in that area. So that's pretty much it, guys. These are my ideas for this coming week. Of course, if I will try, will be able to, I will try to do daily reviews. Wish you all happy trading, everyone, and I see you in my next video. Bye.